Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Live Show. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 110,000 Bitcoin pumping. We gave the call. I was up till 2 a.m. again, making sure my trading got paid. I gave you the perfect entry on the 1 hour time frame that pumped. And we got it, baby. I'm not trying to brag. I'm telling you the truth. These are the facts of life. Gains in the group. Gains with the lifer. I don't stop. No days off while everyone else is taking days off. We keep grinding. 110,000 all the way to all-time highs. We're at an all-time high. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Jeremy Carroll, watching for the vibes. We're going to give you those vibes, baby. We love you, Jeremy. Keep coming back. God bless you, brother. Scottish Crypto in the house. I met you all the way in Dubai. Blessings on blessings. Wow, what a crazy morning. Shout out to everybody here. Are you motivated? Let's go. This is the show that keeps you moving. This is the show that gets it going. This is the show that'll push you to your limits and get you flying at the, basically by the seat of your pants. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Bitcoin, crazy volatility today with that data that came in with unemployment. Unbelievable with the spike. Let's talk about what they did. Let's talk about what happened. Can we capture some more gains out of price action? It's craziness right now, and I believe we can. So let me break it down for you right away for BTC. Let's get into it, and let me show you the charts, show you what's happening. Let's get ourselves hydrated for the beginning of the moment. Some good hydration there. Get us going. 110,100. Very close to the all-time high. Weekly candle booming. We still see liquidity. I called 109,000. Yesterday I said they had 110, 111,000 up there for BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP has been extremely accurate, has not missed, has been nailing it. If you've been trading BOOKMAP with me and taking my calls, you've been up in the gains. Let's talk about it. Last night, I gave you a 1-hour trade that played out absolutely beautiful. Let's talk about it. Before I went to bed, how I was looking at the price. We're going to do all my top-down analysis. I see big moves coming for that 3-day chart. It's breaking out. I talked about this many, many times. I talk about getting in the 3-day right there at 104,000, 105, 100. You're on the money huge right now if you took that 3-day call. I'm going to keep bringing it up. Remember when I said I'm going to remind you that I gave you the 3-day call? And I said I'm going to call it the 3-day. And I said every couple of days I'm going to mention that I showed you to trade the 3-day because people don't pay attention to bigger time frames. And they're the ones that make the most money right here. 6:24, 10:40 a.m. We were live streaming. You remember it. It was a week ago now. I gave you the 3-day trade. We have not been stopped out. This hasn't been stopped out. That was the perfect entry. From there, it's been going straight to the upside. The entry was about 104,000, 105, 454, I guess. You're up basically at $1.5 thousand in Bitcoin value. Never mind an actual trade. So booming to the upside. That 3-day call is booming. Just want to make it. And I've gave more calls than that. The 1-hour call I gave just days ago when we cracked the 200 and we touched the 21, I said, that's likely your entry. That never got stopped out, and you'd still be in profits right now had you kept that trade alive. I sold here. We got in here. Remember, I sold this. I called the 4-hour pump on Sunday when we got this massive move to the upside. Unbelievable. It's just insane what we've been doing here on the channel. So, and then last night, I saw the 1-hour. Looked like it was going to blast to the upside right here. And I gave this trade, and I got into it for, we got in right here. And I said, I'm getting into this trade right here on the 1-hour time frame. Let me show you in the Discord. So had you paid $99 a month, yet again, you'd have been given the sauce. And I was up late getting it in for you. Let's take a look at when I actually started looking at the trade. So we started looking at the possible move here. So here's when I entered the trade, right here. Video update will elaborate more, but the 1 hour is beginning to create a setup we have seen many times, and we like. I see a move up to 111,650. Definitely blasting past the first target of 109.8. At that point, you're moving your stop loss to break even. You're not always going for the target. Second you get to this first area, stop loss to break even. Second you get above that, start moving the stop loss into profit. That's what I do. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, but I'm a trading guru. I do this every single day, right? I put out this did not play out, right? This was a flag and eventually did get stopped out. After a huge pump when you're chasing flags at the end of the day, but I could still see that the 110,000 was coming. BOOKMAP suggested it, all right? So then last night, what happened to Las Vegas? What's going on with all the telephone poles? Is that for real? And then last night at about 12:20, I was up 3.33%. It started to brew. The short squeeze began. Next thing it was 116. I was up 450. By the time I went to bed, I was up 792. When I came in the next day, we were up huge. Look at this.
We out here living life.
Beautiful, right?
Look at that sunset.
That is Lake Tajmu. It's so gorgeous. And I got a boat out there on the lake. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. Blessings on blessings to everybody out here. Thank you for jumping on in. This is how I wake up. Everyone wishes I was awake for 110. Congrats. Yeah, I wrote that so quick I could barely even open my eyes. But I was up $2,000 for sure because if I was up at 109.5, I was up 1,000. And so I was up $2,000 when we went to 110,200, right? Then what happens is we got jobs, we got the data in. The unemployment data came in, and it created an insane spike in price action. I tell you to keep it sticky and put it on your chart at 8:30 in the morning because we know it's coming. Non-farm employment change came in. The unemployment rate, let's talk about it. So non-farm, not too bad, 147, but the unemployment rate at 4.1%, lower than expected. And then unemployment claims, lower than expected too as well. Time to cut those rates. Like, what are you doing? The economy is looking good. Everything is fresh. Let's go with that CME watch tool. And every time we look at it, we take a look at what they're doing here. For some reason, I always have to refresh. I don't know why that's... And they're sticking that in the July meeting, they will not cut the rates, 93%. Not until September. So Q4, we get that rate cut. 67% chance right now that we get the rate cut in September. And then it starts to kind of fall forward, fall that we will get more and more rate cuts as we go. But I don't know. This is like not as strong as it was before. So who knows? One day at a time. But right now it looks like we definitely will get a rate cut, but not till September. They're going to hold that on us, right? So here's the bot too. The bot got in, got out, got in again. The bot is still in. The bot sees more gains. It decided not to sell that area, so the bot got in here, and it decides it's going to stay in. I have a Minotaur trading bot, Minotaur trading system. Sign up today. I do get a commission, but it's there, and it continues to make gains. I've made over 30% in under a year, in about a year now, actually. Yeah, no, I met them in July of last year in Bitcoin Nashville, right? Which was, I believe, the end of July. And then I didn't get it going until September, October. So October, I really pumped. Then there was a while where like I didn't do it correctly and we got it back running. So honestly, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 9 months, a shaky 7 months, and it's made over 30% just doing its trading over and over again, right? Ooh. That's crazy, right? I changed the asset. Never change the asset. I want to be on Bybit Futures. .P Bybit. Perpetual. Yeah. Ooh. All right. That was crazy how it had like signals for an asset that it didn't, it's weird. Anyway, I've been messing up that template by mixing in. You don't want to be mixing in. See, that template is here. That's your template, AC5. All right, let's take a look at BTC. What's happening right now for Bitcoin? Back above 110,000. They're playing with this price action. What are we about to see happen right now? We got to kind of dive into the smaller time frames. I'm going to have my week's position open. Remember that Solana trade I opened like days ago now? Look, it never liquidates. You see that? Never liquidates. You see that? Never liquidates. Understand that? You see how we do that? Master friend. Never liquidations. That's how we do it. We don't get liquidated here. Never liquidates. All right, so let's take a look here. You're like, wait, how did you do that? How did you create a never liquidation? Because we're the best. No, I'm just no, because we have cool tips, tricks, and strategies that are top on my man, Master Friend. Jump on in today to find out more about leverage mastery. Okay, inside of my trading group. It's an added addition, $300, but it will blow your mind. Why would we charge you anything more? Because we have more knowledge, more ideas, more value to bring you. People that take that are like blown. They're just like, oh my gosh. Anyway, shout out to everybody here. I'm thinking, do we get this pump live? It's a breakout already. I would be buying the breakout. Wouldn't normally do that, but when price is out of control, you can kind of get taken care of by all the late buyers. You see what I'm saying? So a breakout buy may be worth it here. And we already were up a G. Do we, it's funny. Every time I do this lately, I've been up already, and then I do my last little scalp, and it loses. So I want everyone to know here that this is just a last little scalp for me. I'm not trying to pay myself for the day. That's already happened. I love to open up trades Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I tell you about these Wednesday nights, these Tuesday nights, about liquidity after 12 o'clock, about the run, about how, Asia starts to pump London. We get that movement. Wow, Bitcoin 110,200. On the 3-minute chart, booming to the upside, touching that 21-day moving average. And now we're touching the 21 above the 200 moving average. Says if I just put my stop below the 200 and give myself a higher target, we should be good to go. 112,351. All-time high for Bitcoin today. Looks like we may just get it. 109,564. And that's the model right there. So I'll trade the model. We're touching the 21 above the 200. I'll take it. I just know that we're a little overbought on the bigger time frames, which tells me to be chill because we've just had a pump. And I'm always like, you don't want to chase pumps really selling off into the pump is really what I've been doing. But I did that already. Now I'm out of the trades. I'm kind of hungry. I'm looking for another trade. You know, price action looks cool to me right now. I want to see if there's going to be some action. And I am seeing my model. I'm above the 200 moving average, touching the 21-day. So I'm not like using emotions. I'm not over trading. I'm just seeing what I see. I'm just taking what I take. It is what it is. Bitcoin. Head to about 111. Hey, the pool is finally ready at the house. It took us a month, really. I've been here since June 4th. Really, it was like 10 days. There was probably 6 days you could have used the pool, though. It was pretty hot. So, look, scared money don't make no money. I'm going to take the long here just because it's my model. And I trade the model, you know, all the time. I'm on weeks here trading. Shout out to anyone that's signing up to weeks in trading with the lifer. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. All right. You got to love it. Weeks, baby, weeks. Sure. Yeah. Let me see one thing I wanted to add here today. Is that still there? Very confused. All right. Already up $20. Looks like the fastest $20 you could make. People would wait tables to make that $25. I did it in a half a second right here at home wearing a suit. Right? Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We love you. We care about you. And we want to see you win. Let's take a look at our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. Shout out to anyone that jumped on it with me on these longs. Blessings on blessings. Who's made massive gains? Who was in the trading group? Who left the trading group and regrets leaving? It's okay, be honest. You left the group and now you're like, dang, what the heck was I thinking? I was weak-minded and now I got to get back in, right? Sam's the top. I got to pull the Fibonacci for the top down. Oh, man, that sounds weird. New name, Send It Sammy. Hey, they call me Sammy, the everyday hitter, never quitter. Sammy, everyday hitter, never quitter. Look, this thing's booming, up 36, up 2%. I'm the king of 3%. Can we get it to the upside? Bang. How to add your trading group, sir? Go to CryptoLifer.com. CryptoLifer.com. Hit subscribe. Join today. We make it very simple. Go to CryptoLifer.com. Subscriptions. All right? And I'll paste that for you. Jump on in. Look, I'm pasting it right now. That's how you add. I took the trade last night, and we absolutely crushed it. We did. Shout out to everybody that nailed the trade last night. It made gains. Joined last week. Best thing I ever did. Shout out to all my people, man. Master Friend is goated. Yes, he is. I only let the goated in. Paid 11% off the 21. Boom. I gave up my cable bill for the 99. Smartest thing you ever did, DJ Friend, because you don't need it. And honestly, I haven't used cable in years. You know, the best group in the world. Join the group. You won't regret it. Yerlik, I love you, man. Ulrich, I love you. Always want to make sure I say your name correctly. Just got back to the house. Morning, Sam. Bust a crypto. Would you ever consider adding a discount with some less features? Maybe for the university students? No, because we give away so much free stuff on the live stream every day. I hear people say they made enough gains to join the trading group from the live alone. And so just keep coming back. Keep showing up. Keep believing in yourself. All right, so right now, tells me that we may struggle on that trade that I gave out. Why? We have a little bit of bearish divergence here. Swinging down on the 1 hour. Swinging up. Price action did a beautiful pump. We've been pumping since 105,000. We call that exact bottom for you on the 1 minute inverted head and shoulder. This is crazy. But look, when we bottomed here, where was it? Right there. Right there. I gave this to my trading group right there, the exact right shoulder, 105.6. I did. You can see it. It's documented. I said, and it's the model. It's the 21 touching above the 200. Boom. Like I can only give you what I've back tested for years. It's worth $5 a month. They'll quote me 100%. Already paid the subscription after the first trade. Look at that. Those of you looking for deals in the group that I am in as well, you don't understand the value you're being taught. You're being given the keys to millions of dollars if you follow it. Saw the 1 hour came back to the 21 and jumped and went to bed. Nice to wake up to gains. Isn't that amazing? And again, you joined my group before, you were probably worried, nervous, didn't understand. Now you see the 21 touching price. You get into a trade, you go to bed. You wake up in gains. I woke up in gains 3 times, right? 3 times this week, I woke up to gains. So I see some bearish divvy here. That's got me, a little like, Let's take a look at our weekly, even the monthly. Let's take a look at that monthly close, how it all kind of happened. Starting our new month. Look, so we monthly close beautiful. Started our new month ready to rock. Bitcoin pouring to the upside. Like just absolutely just, and look, this is a bull flag here. And it's got two legs, but this is the next leg right here on the monthly. And that monthly's going $180,000 for Bitcoin. Likely going to be a bit of a blow off top there. And then there's going to be a reckoning. Because then it's going to have to come all the way back down to the 618. So it's going to hit probably 180K. And then I say the bottom, the bear market bottom, 89,000. I'm calling bear market bottom somewhere between 89 and 90K. If we have a cycle, everyone's going to tell you we're going to keep going, super cycle, all that. And then there's definitely going to be a pullback. The free daily live show is the discount 100%. We already give the discount. Jamie's spot on. Knowledge worth more. Yep. So the monthly looks beautiful. No reason to stop the monthly. It's now the highest monthly candle. 3 monthly candles are the highest we've ever had. 1, 2, and if this can. So each month we're breaking records. You see this? Historically on Bitcoin, and people aren't paying attention. People got bearish at the worst times. I told everybody that I was long here, and they got so bearish. People started getting crazy. Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 73. My goodness. You know, and when I showed people that there was bearish times and we could pull back, they don't like that either. No one likes the truth, I guess. But you got to give it to them straight. 2-week chart showing a bullish engulfing candle on the 2-week. Let's talk about this. This is a rising wedge, friends. Look at this. Look at this. That is a parabolic pattern. Bitcoin on the 2-week chart is looking parabolic. It's got a little bearish div there, though, too, but it looks like it's going to defy that bearish divergence and just absolutely ripski to the upski. Bro, check the chart of JOJO. Hilarious meme. JOJO has been doing damage. Memes have been running. I gave this one last night in the group, DJI6930, which is basically just like SPX69. It went up 72% in total, bounced off kind of previous entries, and now kind of going back up again. This thing had a $6 million market cap. I found it when it was 660,000, but I just wasn't ready for the memes just yet. Wasn't ready for the memes just yet. Let's take a look at JOJO and see what you're saying here, just because you sent in a beautiful super chat. God bless you. Thank you so much. And that's JOJO on Sol. I thought I had a bigger market cap than that at this point. It does keep going up, though, since I looked at it here. So it has continued to go up, almost about to hit $1 million market cap. Just be careful. Back to utility would be the nice word, you know. So look, we're struggling on the trade here for Bitcoin. Looks like it's not going to happen. That everything just didn't pan out. It needed to stay inside the flag. I may just take an L here. It's above the 200 moving average, but yeah, I don't like what it did. It's not responding correctly. That should, and again, every single time lately, my small scalps have been hit off because I'm just adding a scalp at the end. You have to understand, when you've made $2 or $3 grand in the morning, and then you took a trade for 100 for 500, it's whatever. It could be double bottoming there, possibly, but no, it didn't do what I wanted, so I walk away. It had to stay inside the flag. Like, this is weird now. Now it's kind of, we don't know exactly what it wants to do. It could have easily dolphin dip and bounce back too. We don't know what it wants. But I'm already going to cover there. It didn't do what I wanted, so I'm already disinterested in the trade. Like, it already didn't do what I wanted it to do. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Went too many bull post institutions. Price predict. Get ready to be. Ooh, I don't know what that means. Waiting for the 4-hour to reset. In the meantime, I'm touching grass and the crops. Amen. God bless you, man. Sammy, careful when meme season starts. People could shill scam memes here for sure. We're going to be careful all the time. I'm very, very careful. Thank you. I appreciate you, though. Yeah, we really think about it. Gotta get that lettuce. We got the arugula going, you know. So the weekly looks like it could go parabolic to the upside. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Everything kind of panning out. We bought that $84,000 Bitcoin. I bought 75, 71, 72. 81 was a huge buy for me. I'm up huge on all these Bitcoin buys right now. If you can believe it, I know you can. You saw me do it live. Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. Measured move is the neckline to the head. That's a 68% chance of a break to the upside on the inverted head and shoulder. Okay? 156,828. Bang, bang, bang. So far, so good. All is going well. And the 21 riding with price on the weekly, we could get a slump back down to 104. Look, we could range in this little nose. We could range in the nose for 2 weeks. Come down 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks. And then boom, a big blast to the upside. So we could see 104.5, 105,000 one more time. All right. Not about to touch the 200 MA. No. Oh man, look at like a. Anyway, it doesn't look right. I'll wait for a better pattern or something to look cleaner to take the trade. I'm telling you right now, consistently now, I've lost almost every scalp I've taken on the live stream, but I've hit every trade I've given to the group. So we're paid, and I just don't even care because I know what I'm doing and I know where I'm at. So shout out to everybody here. Let's take a look at that 5-day chart. 5-day chart still intact for me, like it could break to the upside too as well. So the 5-day chart still holding this upper trend line, still doing damage, still looking like it could break out of this rising wedge. Looks like it's about to in like the next 5 to 10 days at the most. I don't see how it has any more room. 3-day chart getting tight inside the zone here. A big pump coming. The daily back inside the pattern that we discussed. See? It's almost like in an ascending triangle at this point. So we have the bigger rising wedge forming. Rising wedges do break down 60% of the time, but when you're parabolic, you're going to see that's how it's going to look. For me, the daily has broken out. And it's got the length of this whole, that's the entire length there. That's $145,000, $144,000 Bitcoin. You know? So, and as far as I'm concerned, right now we have broken out. Now we could roll over and go back down. Anything is possible. But right now we have broken out. Let's take a look at our daily resistance, 110,340. And we're going to have that last little spike there at 111,678. We are so close. You know, we're about 500, we're about $1,000 away, a little under $1,000 away from the first resistance. And then that's it. And then there's nothing else. Like Bitcoin only has 2 tiny resistances before it can blast to the upside. This also looks somewhat like a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder. That has inverted head and shoulder vibes for sure. So the daily breaking out, looking beautiful. The 12-hour, the 22 looking great. My 8-hour above the 200, as I talked about. I said you could just get in here with a stop below the 200 and just let it go. Hold it for 2 months. Come back and say, wow. 4-hour time frame looking really nice inside of this flag here. 4-hour doing just exactly what it, and riding pretty close to the 21-day moving average. So all is well right now. And then here we are on the 2-hour. So again, it's like we got to make a parabolic rise here, or we break back inside the pattern. Pretty simple day. Like you get into a trade here on the bigger time frame. And some bearish div, though, on that 1-hour time frame that has me kind of just a little watchful here. So I'm looking for this to break out parabolically today into tonight. This is what looks to be the most likely here, this move to the upside for Bitcoin. You can just feel it. You can feel the institutional buying. The news is insane. You know, you have nation states buying. You have states that were buying reserves. I've never seen so much institutional involvement. Right, you have, what, 40 million millionaires in the world, and they can't even buy 1 Bitcoin? So if you own more than 1 Bitcoin, you're going to own more than a millionaire could get his hands on. That's going to tell you how scarce it's going to get. They are going to say they got the money already. They just need to distribute it where they need to. Once they distribute it into Bitcoin because they feel like they have no choice, which they're already starting to do, your bags are going to fly. Like this is it. See, getting into Bitcoin early is because most people don't have conviction and takes them too long. If you can pull the trigger quick, so if you got to know yourself like I did back in 2010 through trading gold and silver and kind of finding out who your character was, who you were, if you gave to your friends when you only had a sandwich and you ripped it in half and gave it to your buddy, if you had true character and you really found yourself, you gain conviction. Conviction is for people that believe in themselves, that have been through a lot of ups and downs in life and have gotten through by doing the right thing, right? So then when you're in Bitcoin, even though they're dumping the price, even though things don't look good, you don't sell it. I never sold Bitcoin, not once. I'm up 109x right now on $1,000 buy Bitcoin. 109x I made off Bitcoin. 100x twice in my life, once off SafeMoon and once off Bitcoin. I've done a 50x, a 30x, a 20x. I've done so many X's, it's insanity. To the point where I don't even really think about Xing money anymore. I'm just grateful God gave me such a life. It's all meshed. See, first you start with some money, you want to change your life, right? Then you hit a 5x, then a 10x. Then what happens when you've hit all the things you've ever dreamed of? I've done it, everyone. 100x. Like I did it. Like I did the things I always dreamed of. It happened to me. There's kind of a feeling of like, wow, like what now? But now I know my true purpose. See, I thought my purpose, at first you're young. Your purpose is to get rich. Let's be honest. You're trying to get rich. You're seeing everyone else got more than you, and you want to grind. You see a guy with his kids coming in with the big, beautiful boat. You want to know what it's like to have that beautiful boat with your kids one day. For me, there are people sitting on the beach with the beachfront property like, wow, that's got to be cool, right? So those things excite me. But then once you hit it, you make the money, you hit 100x, things start to go your way. You're like, now what? And you realize that your frequency is what got you there. And then you have to kind of keep your frequency high to maintain the lifestyle, maintain the abundance. The second you go into negative thought process, it could all go the other way. Your mind's in complete control of where you're going and where so I'm watching this move here for Bitcoin. Looks like we may get this nice tight channel and get the parabolic breakout. Possible entry here with a stop below this wick is something that I'm starting to see. We got a point of control. We're above 109.5, which is a key psychological area. 109,005 BOOKMAP. Also, wow, they took away the bigger liquidity, but we still got a glob up there. But we went in. We still got a glob up here at about $111,700. And look at that, massive. And wow, they're squeezing the longs now. Bit of a long squeeze. Anyone who got in late right now is going to get stopped out. There's so much volatility on either end. Wow. And BOOKMAP's been running great. Shout out to the Minis Forum. Thank you so much for just new technology and people being awesome. I'm very excited. I don't know if you know, but we got kind of transitioned to a new computer here on the stream. It was about, a week ago now. And that's a big deal for me when you move everything, all the hardware on over. Okay? So watch it, Bitcoin, closely. We're going to watch it in here. This is what I'm looking for. I know it's not perfect, but this is the best I got for you right now, and it makes sense to me. So, and then you watch your time frames. If you 1 minute loses the 200, we know. If the 5 minute loses the 200, then we know this is, the bearish div's coming in. But it looks more likely we go sideways and pump. The world has spoken. Risk on assets are coming. Like, people want to, they don't want to buy garbage. The dollar is, I love the United States and I love the dollar and all that, but I don't like anything that takes my funds from me. And through inflation is stealing. They're stealing your money through inflation. I know you don't realize it, but every day someone's dipping into your pockets without you even knowing. They're taking from you and they have access to the money first. So they're technically stealing from you in a way because they have it and then they take it from you once they spend it. So they have it. They know that when they put it into the world, it's going to lower your purchasing power, but they do it anyway. They don't care about you when they print that money, when they push out that loan, when they fractional reserve lend. They don't think about it. They just do it. So you have to protect yourself from the banking system. It is parasitic. Think about even the mortgages. I never wanted to buy or use mortgages. I didn't even borrow that much. Guess how much you pay? Watch how this is. Let's see how knowledgeable people are. Say you take a mortgage out and the payment is $7,000 a month. Guess how much you pay in interest on those payments? So it's $7,000 a month. How much do you pay in interest on those mortgage payments? On $7,000 a month. You send them the $7,000 a month your first week. How much do you think you pay? How much goes to the principal? How much of that $7,000 goes to interest and or goes to the principal? Anybody out there? I want to see if anybody knows without using ChatGPT, right? The dollar falls, pairs trading in USD will pump. Maybe end of the dollar, that's the time people are using crypto. Yeah. This guy says no audio. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it's all about being your highest self. I taught a class on it. Every new employee at one time. Some thought I was nuts. Some got it. They would come up and thank me. Yes, other people that aren't there, they think you're insane. Somewhere 6,500, 5,500. Yeah, exactly. About 85% in interest. He's right. You pay about, of the $7,000, you pay about $5,200 in interest. Only about $1,800 goes to your principal. Are you serious? That's highway robbery here. Oh, you want to buy a house? Oh, we'll give you the $1 million. Man, people should just buy $500,000 homes and not borrow the money. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't borrow the money. I'm throwing all the money at the bank. I'm paying the house off as soon as I can. I don't like anyone taking my money. It's crazy. First 5 years is all interest. Yeah. Yeah, it's mortgages are absolutely horrible. No, you would think, oh, I borrow 300 grand and it's 10%. I give you back 330,000. That would be fair, right? I pay you 30 grand. No. That's not how it works. They want it all. They want you to borrow $1 million and take they want you to pay back 1.7. They want to take you for half of what you borrowed or more. No, they want to take you for 80% of what you borrowed. Yeah, build your own house. Never get a mortgage is my, don't get a mortgage. Wait till you got cash. Just keep waiting till you get cash. It's going to be the hard way, but once you got it, you're going to have it forever. They can't take it from your cold, dead hand. So look, I'm looking for the 15-minute to bounce back at least to the top of the channel here in the next hour. I'm looking for this to move back up. Bitcoin. Bounce. All right. Banks get paid first. The amortization schedule is important. Exactly. Depending on the rate, that's not necessarily the best decision. Are you familiar with arbitrage? Yes, you can arbitrage. I get it, but $1,463 a month mortgage and only $3,000 goes to principal. So bad. How much they get from us? It is crazy. They're taking your whole paycheck and you're barely paying off your house. I just can't believe it. That's why Louis, yeah, exactly. But land, not a home, and life of it. Off grid, baby. It's the best, 100%. And we all should be using Nikola Tesla free energy systems that he made, that we knew existed, that you could plop anywhere and give it a whole town. It's like a little bit bigger than, I don't know, 10 shoe boxes, and the thing could, help a whole town. Anyway, we'll get into that later. Shout out to my peoples. Is it time to trade the NASDAQ? $23,000 for the NASDAQ. All-time high for the nasty Nas, just absolutely ripping. I left it alone. I didn't jump in there. But we did call this daily. I kept telling you that the daily for the NASDAQ was going to rip. And I gave you the daily trade for the NASDAQ. Let's go take a look at that. But this has been written in stone for the NASDAQ. And it never got stopped out. And again, rising wedges break out parabolically. I told you they're going to print money to zero. They have to. Then this big, beautiful bill is coming out. They're going to have to print money again. Where do you think this money's going? Every time they print, they have to print for their interest, but what it does is it creates an overflow of money into the hands of Wall Street, into the hands of all the people that use that money. And what do? They get it cheap because they get it with low interest, right? And bang. America's got debt. They're going to have to basically almost, they want to lower the interest rate so that they can refinance the debt at a lower interest rate for the, you know what I mean? So that's another reason they need rate cuts. The United States has to cut the rates. It's all about debt. All right. Dang, what a move there to the upside. The reason why I didn't get into this, it didn't give me like a proper entry. I guess it may be on the 1 minute there. But it went parabolic out this. Yeah, there was a little flag right there I could have played. Touching the 21-day moving average there. Right. It's annoying to add the MA every time. Someone asks, can we not have that? Yeah. Like other ones remember they have like a cookie that somehow remembers everything, right? But I mean, the 21 was touching right there. That was a trade. I guess I was too into Bitcoin at the moment. Price action was pumping. I had other trades going on. But dang, the NASDAQ, the nasty Nas. Honestly, it could continue to pump the way they're printing this money. Look at all-time high for the NASDAQ. It's kind of crazy, right? And everyone thought we were going lower. I said, there's no way. I said, they're going to have to print this money. Where's it going? I said, when you print money, it goes to the value of stocks. Stocks go up in value. There's nowhere else for it to go. You print that money, baby. Man, so cool to see the pool ready. The pool is ready. I could jump in a pool anytime I want. Go for a swim right there in the house. So nice. So cool. You don't realize it till it's finally there, right? And you have it. It took 2 weeks, though. And less than 2 weeks. We called them. Today is Thursday. Oh, yeah, we called them 2 weeks ago. And bang, we're ready to rock. There you have it. So Bitcoin and the NASDAQ both looking. Yeah, I wouldn't chase this though. That could easily done. I don't like to chase the end of a run like that. But man, see, this is why. Let me teach you something. That's why when I get in on a bigger trade, man, there's a nice flag there too. Let me add the 200 moving average as well on that NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, there was a trade there. I didn't stay on it. I was trading Bitcoin instead. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoins. I love your Bitcoin. So Hold on, let me turn that to the 200. Hey, hit a mic over there. So yeah, once we cross the 200 on the 1 minute, that's your time to long. And there's my signal right there on the NASDAQ playing out beautifully. Dang, that was it right there today at 8:30. I would have made a boatload. Should have went all in on that. It's all good. It's all good. We didn't lose any money. We still got a great balance here. It's all about not chasing. Just all-time highs, though, like usually like we ran up. We've had such a nice run, you know. Can we take a look at XLR, falling wedge in the 3-day? Thank you. Yeah, it looks beautiful. You've nailed it. I don't think I need to look at it. You already said it's a falling wedge in the 3-day. It's ready to go. Thank you so much for that super chat. I don't even need to go over it, man. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Yeah. I'm joking. I'm going to look at it. Let's take a look at WAXL. I think it's WAXL here. It's WAXL on NextC for whatever reason. XLR. So we talked about XLR. You guys know I actually hold XLR. Huge pump. The last time I put it out, it had that huge pump, then came right back down to the 618 again. Some altcoins are just, you know, they may just make it to the top of the range again. There's so much more liquidity in altcoins now, and we're never going to get the pumps like we used to where every coin pumps. Just too much. There's going to be sections and sectors. There's RWA, then AI, and it's going to kind of move. You're going to have to be able to a little quicker and move through coins. That's kind of how it works now. The market has changed. This has to get above the 8-hour 200 moving average. Has to get above the 4-hour 200. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder there. You said the 3-day chart looks good. Yeah, falling wedge in the 3-day and oversold. And it's got that cup and handle like almost everything does. Could it head all the way to 7-1? Possibly. Bit of a double bottom there too as well. I'm holding what I got, but I'm all set. Yeah. You got to get the Bitcoins. The Bitcoins. The Bitcoins. So I didn't re-enter that trade. You can see now we're possibly doing an Adam and Eve double bottom here off the 1 minute time frame though. That looks to me like an Adam and Eve double bottom. What is an Adam and Eve double bottom? It's when you have this sharp spike triangle, but then you kind of have a rounded bottom, especially off the 200 moving average. It's a great place to be thinking about getting into a trade. Now we're touching the 21 again. So like the bot of me would just trade this again blindly. It is Thursday. I don't love Thursdays, but man. And we've had a great trading week, so. And I seem to lose every single scalp I've made, so I'm like, makes me, oh my God. Just wait for your bigger trades. Possible double bottom, possible bounce off that 200. If we lose the 200, we go lower for sure. Kind of a higher low, though. Crazy. Look at the crazy price action. All the big. Think we'll wait for a big move after the holiday or a chance for it during. You know, I've seen it pump during holidays when people aren't paying attention and dump. They like to play games with the price action. You know, when Americans are off, I don't know what it is. I made a trading bot. I tested it for 3 months on a demo account. It made every month almost too much profit, but I'm too afraid to let it trade on a live account. So what are you asking me? I love this. I made a trading bot, tested for 3 months on a demo. It made every month at least 2%, but I am too afraid to let it on a live account. Question mark. What are you asking me? You made a statement, but then you put a question mark. Like, I mean, you don't believe in yourself. That's what it comes down to. You're not willing to take a shot. Why don't you use a small amount and see if it works first? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be rude, but like, come on, man, dip your toes in the water, bro. I mean, do whatever you want. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, so do whatever makes you happy. I would use a small amount. Heck, why not? That's what I did. I had a bot. I first didn't understand it. I didn't understand bots at all. I sat with the team. They explained it to me. I understood what I was doing. I then started tweaking it, started understanding kind of the algorithm, what I was doing, and so I put 10 grand in. I watched it for a month. Then I put 50 grand in. Then I put 100 grand in, you know what I mean? But not after I wanted to make sure the percentages, once I saw the 10 grand was getting taken care of, it was doing well, then I added more money. I do watch the price action every day. I do set the liquidation events. I use the liquidation calculator. Minotaur is really good. They got a calculator that you can understand really well. They teach you kind of the letters, the numbers you want to put into the calculator. And it all kind of pans out and it shows you where you're going, what you're doing. So look, if you add the indicators here, here's the calculator, right? And so here's the calculator. It's going to show me where I'm going. So right now, my first base order is at 18,000. right? Then I have secondary orders that come into supply. So like if we get even lower, I get a $60,000 order that comes in at 85. If we go even lower, I got a $91,000 order in at 75,000, right? Then you set your liquidation. So my liquidation is at 61, 60, it's basically 61,863. So Bitcoin would have to go to 61,000, 62.8 really right here for me to lose it all. You see? And this calculates your P&L, shows you what's happening. And so, and you can see it's going to take, first it's going to start with 1%. And each time we go lower, it's going to add and it's figured out that these safety orders carry out over time. But you do whatever makes you happy, and you can use these calculators. Minotaur is light years ahead of a lot of the bots that I've seen. No one's doing what they're doing. Not on that scale, not like that. I'm telling you, I only link with the best. You can trade with other bots if you want. They're not going to be able to give you that sense of, real relaxation, in my humble opinion. But that's me. That's what I found about the Minotaur trading bot. I do get a beautiful commission. So jump on it today. If you want to hook up the lifer and hook up yourself. So look at this. I mean, starting to fall to the downside. I didn't make the trade, right? I said, I'm going to wait. I'm a little weary on this price action right now. It could do whatever it wants, really. It could bounce. It's got the trend line's kind of sketchy here. Someone asked about another coin here. Hold on. Hey, Sam, my oldest brother, MIT physics grad and UW aerospace doctorate, has a space launch startup with a brand new form of space launch tech called Wave Motion Launch Corporation. Wondering if you'd be interested. I would. Please, could we have a meeting? I would love to sit and meet with him. And I've been in space all the time. I believe that I actually feel in my instincts and facts that we have anti-gravity. Like I just did too much research on Bob Lazar, John Lear, and I could see that they were back engineering these crafts, man. And I think they've hid it from us. Then you say, but if Elon's so smart, wouldn't he be using anti-gravity? And then someone would say, oh, we're not there yet. And then people would say, I'm crazy and I'm just talking out my... And you know what? You never know. But I truly believe that there's a group of society, of human beings called a breakaway society that got technology in the 40s and the 50s and have been working on it. And if they gave it to us now, the cat would be out the bag, so they keep going, and now they're at another level. And so they've developed technology more than me and you can even understand at this point because they're at another level. And if you don't think that, then you think you know it all about the world, and it's just not true, right? So my whole thing is this: either we know it all or we don't. Everybody here knows we don't know it all. No human being in this entire chat knows it all. We know that for a fact, right? That's a fact. There's nobody in this chat right now that knows every single thing on the earth, all the truths of the earth, right? So if we don't know the truths, okay, then things that you don't think are true are possibly true. Things that you don't know are possibly true. He has an elevator pitch video on YouTube under the channel Wave Motion Launch Corporation. Would be incredible if you could check him out. I will. I'll look at him probably later on today. Thank you so much, Crypto Joey. It sounds absolutely like a match made in heaven, man. I believe I'm going to be the next Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, man. I believe that. And I am going to propel us further into space. And I just believe that I'm destined for something bigger than just trading 100%. And maybe that's the link. I've always been into space, UFOs, anti-gravity. You know, Edley Scalene, when I saw him make Coral Castle, my mind was blown. Nikola Tesla, how he made that ray. He was putting, basically he was using electricity through the ground, lighting light bulbs wirelessly. This is what Tesla was doing. The meta knowledge led me to Bitcoin. It wasn't like I was sitting there just trading. I was thinking of the outside knowledge of the world, near-death experiences, right? UFOs, abductions, Alex Collier. Look up this dude. It'll blow your mind. This guy will blow your mind. Anyway, back to the tax. Alex Collier. And whether it's true or not, what an amazing read, man. The guy will just wow. Bitcoin slumping back to 109,631. But I still see these latecomers. This is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. We're pretty close to the 200 moving average here on the 5-minute time frame. Makes me want to scalp again here. So let's take a look. You can feel price action brewing. 3-minute just bounced off the 200. Let's be legends and buy that bounce. I don't know. Curving 200 moving average though says But man, what if we legendary get the bounce, right? What I like about these is you could trade 10 of these and lose freaking 9 of them. You only need to win 1 out of 10 because the stop loss is so dang close to price action. You see what I'm saying? I don't think people understand. But if you did the math and you looked at this over and over again. See, trading is not sitting there and pressing buttons. Trading is conceptualizing the math behind it over and over again. You see? Until it makes so much sense that your subconscious mind just knows how to do it. You've watched me practice the craft day in and day out. I never said I was perfect. I never said I was the best. I think there's way better traders out there than me. I never said I was the greatest in sliced bread, but I am the most consistent, I think, in the entire space. I've never met someone as consistent as me. So, I've met a few people that are close to consistency, but not as consistent. It just doesn't happen. I don't know. But God bless you, man. Who cares about me? Let's talk about you. How's your family? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your wife? How's your sister, grandma, brother-in-law, aunt, uncle, dog, the parakeet, the hamster? Hope everybody's doing well. And your family, you know, your sisters, your daughters, your sons, your great-grandkids, your stepkids, everybody that you're connected to. I hope everybody's doing well. God bless you and your entire family. And God bless you. Thank you for jumping on into the live. We appreciate you. So this would be a legendary buy here with the bounce off the 3-minute 200 moving average. Can Sammy pull it off again after he gets hit on almost every scalp recently? You got to show me some love here on that pump. The probabilities are in my favor. Let's go. 15-minute also wants to bounce to the upside. 5-minute also looks good to me above that 200. All right. Sammy, is weeks allowed? I try to verify it. Nah, I don't think so. I mean, it should be fine. Yeah. I had no problems there. Yeah, I don't know why you're having problems. Okay, let's take a look. Still nasty. Sammy Cup and hand duel is what my 8-year-old says now. Silly kid. How much Samuel Cup and handle? Yep. How much love, friend? Thank you for sharing your most valuable asset every day. Riot stock. We'll take a Riot, which I find is like kind of pointless, but we'll see. Wow, we got the bounce so far. So good here. Legendary Sammy trades on the 3-minute 200 moving average. And that NASDAQ, man, missing out on that NASDAQ pump when it was obvious for me. It was above the 200, touching the 21 right there in a flag. It's so simple. Look at that. That's my strategy right there, screaming. I know it's free money for me right there. Oh, it's the one thing about knowing you're trading so well. Like, oh, then there's like, oh, I know I could have taken that. I could have taken that. I had that. My signal was there. It's okay. It lets me know my signal's so saucy, so amazing. Like, there it is. Look, touching the 21 in the flag. I show you guys this day in and day out. Like, there's almost a day I don't show this. Like, 7 days a week. We made money on Sunday. Remember, we made money on Sunday. While they took days off of the traditional markets, we were caking on the weekend. Dude, the pool is open. That beautiful blue water, the way it just looks so silky, so clean, so smooth. I'd much rather jump in the ocean. I like that natural vibe. I like the salt. I like grounding too as well. I don't know about the chemicals, but hey. So someone's asking here about Riot stock. I'm just looking to see if the NASDAQ's going to break out of that flag. Let's take a look at Riot stock here. Bitcoin 109,700. Shout out to all my beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I didn't even look how many people are here today. I didn't get a chance to take a look. I've glanced at the chat a few times, but we've just been moving, teaching, having a blast, giving the information out to people that are waiting for it. You know? Something's happening there with the YouTube. What is he doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Wow, we got a full stream, too. We got 1,548 people, 383 likes. Let's get the likes all the way up to the watchers. Don't let me do what I did yesterday when I wilded out. But seriously, if I came to your house, I'd take my shoes off. I'd say thank you. Hit that like button, please. That's how you respect my family, my kids, my whole family, man. I'm here every single day. The least you could do, hit that like button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Again, it also is it's for you. It's not even for me. As much as I sound like I'm begging, it's for you. Think about it. You got into cryptocurrency. If the algorithm sends more videos through Google, then Google attaches and it sends it to more people. So if you hit the like button, you're going to send more people. Like if you hold AVAX and you hit the like button today and I talk about AVAX, there's a chance that more people hear about AVAX through the Google algorithm, which is only going to help your bags, no? So hitting the like button indirectly is helping you. I'm out here every day pushing the things that you're actually buying. You see what I'm saying? So I'm indirectly helping you every single day without even saying a word. The least you could do is hit that like button and propel this industry to the upside. Be part of something bigger than yourself. Hit the like button. You see what I'm saying? It makes it realize that it's not just about me. I'm on the front lines. You're just providing me that ammunition, baby. I appreciate it. Look at Riot in the cup and handle breaking out above the 200 in the 3-day chart. I see it booming. When Bitcoin rips, Riot's going to rip. Makes me wonder why Mara can't do a dang thing, man. Mara back above the 200 in the 3-day chart, pushing up, but man, what an ugly chart. I get into Mara in October of like 2022 or something, right? Somewhere at $8. We did a 4x twice, almost. Yeah, we went to 32 basically twice, then got that spike to 29. Almost 3x'd it twice. Or 4x'd it twice, 3x'd it once. And it came back down again. I guess I'm greedy, going for bigger money. Forget about that money sometimes. Got to take it out at one point. Yeah, we had our handle. Exactly. They switched our names back. I know, right? It's weird. It's like they gave people numbers. I don't know what was going on. I need my Riot and Mara bags to pump. Man, better off. I thought Riot would outperform Bitcoin, man. Buying Bitcoin was such a better move. Such a better move. So it's kind of like if you are a mining company and you want people to buy your company, but buying Bitcoin's better off than buying your company, then why would anyone want to buy Mara? I'm just making obvious, and again, I feel if anyone from Mara watches this, it's like, damn, why has he got to say that? But I got to be honest, man. You guys are doing something. You're selling off your stock. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what they're doing. So I'm not going to say anything, but something ain't right. They're using their own fund. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Can we check gold, please? But locally, the 15-minute or the 1 hour. Thank you. Appreciate all the work and all the teaching you provide. Cheers. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, baby, gold. Gold's about to break out as far as I'm concerned. The dollar going to drop. I see gold making a move. This falling wedge is about to make a pump back to the top of the channel. You see, it already came up. That's going to, and I see gold consolidating in this nose. It looks like it's going to take a few months, though. And the end of July to August, we could start getting that move for gold. So I'm bullish on gold. You said the 15-minute time frame. You got some bearish div and you're coming down. I would flatten this out and say, can you make an inverted head and shoulder here? Bounce back up and get tight inside that channel. Let gold head back to here at least, and then it'll probably, come back to the bottom. 1,000 now. What do you reckon you would have in 6 months? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. I don't know what you're asking, but I don't answer anything about real money anyway. So I'm not a financial advisor. I won't take funds from anybody. I'm not going to help you. When it comes to your portfolio, I'm not going to sit there and no. I don't do that. I don't build funds. I don't ask people for money. If someone ever did that, that's not me. I'm a teacher. You're a student. That's strictly our relationship. Yeah. Sold on MR at 30, got it at 8. I should have done the same. Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance and SWE. Bitcoin dominance and SWE. And we gave that was a free super chat on gold there. Hooked you up. You didn't even send in the super chat, but we hooked you up. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance. Let's take a look at it again. I need to kind of delete everything, but that rising wedge says it could go parabolic. And I got to be honest, I see a bigger move coming for Bitcoin first. The problem is all the money flows into Bitcoin and then Bitcoin slumps. Where's the time for the altcoins to pump? I used to pump when Bitcoin pumps. Now they just don't do it as much as they used to anymore. Only ones that pump are like the big boys. Like Solanas, the Caspas, they all kind of move and then everything else waits. Then we never get the trickle down. Then that trickle down money goes back into Bitcoin. So it's kind of more like Bitcoin pumps, Solana pumps, and then people take the Solana funds, put it back into Bitcoin. Look, shoulder, head, right shoulder. Possible right shoulder forming here on Bitcoin dominance. Look at this. This is give us a bit of a relief rally here. That would be okay for the altcoins. Get them some love. Have Bitcoin dominance finally dump to the downside. But it's just, if you get a bounce back here and you start getting tight, look for the parabolic move. In the next, I'd say 2 to 3 days, if we can break this trend line, that's good for the altcoins. We'll look at this closely. If you take Sammy's course, you'll likely have more than you started with. Amen, yeah. Should have put out all the funds into Bitcoin when I loaded up on miners instead. Huge mistake, 100%. And again, you learned your lesson. I did too. Thank God I only put in like 15 grand, but dang, Bitcoin was like 25,000. It's a whole nother Bitcoin basically. But it's okay. It is what it is. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. Remember, Trading, the holistic approach to trading here on this channel, it's about your mindset. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't think you deserve, you can learn trading and be the best trader ever. You're going to basically self-sabotage. You're going to do things to stop yourself from winning. I don't know how or why. It just is what it is. It's something that I know to be true. And so you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe that you're worth it and that things are going to come your way. You have to have that like positive self frequency inside of yourself, believing that things are going to go your way. The second you start getting in your head thinking things aren't going to go your way, guess what? They're not. You're the engine that charges your motion. And your engine is positive energy. Your gasoline is positive energy. The second you're out of positive energy, your engine stops moving, baby. And then you start going backwards. You start calling the tow truck your AAA again. We don't want you calling AAA. We want you flying with a V8. All right? Can you look at the law of attraction coin, SOL, LOA? Yeah. So even though that's a head and shoulder, I'm seeing Bitcoin dominance likely going to bounce. In my opinion, the probability is bounce. Huge move for Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin goes to an all-time high this week. We hit 120,000. And everyone realizes that 100,000 is a wrap. Like, we're not going back there again. That's our bottom. That's the one thing you can kind of clearly see from all this motion now. All right. What happened to the 3-minute trade? It got stopped out again. See, I'm done. I'm done scalping, man. All my big trades are getting paid. My small-time trades are getting scalped out. Can I use your help with analyzing a coin? I'm not in. Barata, learn how it's looking. Nah, I'm all set. Yeah, the way you wrote that is a bit odd. Like, you said what you didn't want me to do out loud. That means that's what your plan was. People will tell you exactly what they're going to do. I don't want you to promote it. That's what you want me to do. You want me to promote it. I didn't realize how much Sammy put effort into his community until I joined yesterday. Took the chance and made 150% on my first trade. Thank you, Sammy. Hey, God bless you, brother. I love stuff like this. I love stuff like this. If we could dress these up and make them look even better. Because these are like pure gold, these comments. Like, people actually learn. Like, I have a school. I teach education. People actually learn what I teach in my school. It's not like a trading group where everyone just fires off stuff and says, oh, look at me. No, no, no. So crazy. There's so much. You get caught up, right? Right then, I got caught up. Funny. So now, if the 5-minute loses that 200, it's kind of like... And we'll reassess Bitcoin in a second. And I apologize that my live scalps have been whack. There's nothing I can say, but they've been tiny. They've been $100, so. I learned so much from Sam. Truly a great teacher. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Straight White Male. God bless you, brother. Shout out to You Grow, I Grow, Tim Talk, and all the beautiful people here on the live. And, I mean, it's amazing. Shout out to Scottish Crypto, 1 super chat. But I'd like to thank you so much for all your help and dedication the past 2 years. You and the 99 have made me and save me so much money. Join the group, everyone. God bless Scottish Crypto, man. I love you. Thank you. And it was great meeting you in Dubai, brother. Stay amazing. Can we please review SWE on the 15-minute chart, please? Can we take a look at XLR? We took a look at XLR. The law of attraction, LOA coin. The physics rad, we talked about that in the elevator pitch video. Crypto Joey, thank you for setting $40 just to introduce me to your brother, who's an MIT grad on space. Unbelievable. And someone's going to come up with a new concept, and it's going to happen. We're not going to sit still. You know what I mean? The human race, we never have, we never will. We will find a way. So SWE, kind of in this inverted head and shoulder. You see it? I see it. I'm loading up on this coin. That's an inverted head and shoulder, about to blast to the upside, bouncing off the 618 golden pocket. Back at $3. I kept telling you, $2 every time it was $2.20, anything, that was a steal. I think SWE is about to rip to the upside. Someone asked about the 15-minute. It looks sketchy like Bitcoin, man. You know, you just have to put it inside this flag and hope it stays inside the flag. That's likely to break down, find its way, though. I don't know. Whatever Bitcoin does, SWE will do. If Bitcoin takes a dump, SWE will dump. So really don't stress SWE as much as Bitcoin. Really just want to watch this bigger chart. SWE in the inverted head and shoulder. It's only a matter of time. SWE is something you buy and you hold for months and you come back up. You know, likely. I buy, I hold for months, I come back in gains. Like, too many people are overthinking this game. They want it immediately, and it just doesn't happen like that. You know? Okay. Shout out to Jamie in the house. Shout out to my whole team. Shout out to everybody here, man. I got a strong team. I love my team. We ain't going nowhere, baby. We're going to rock this thing out till the wheels fall off, man. Most consistent team in the game. That's another thing. I've seen a lot of YouTubers come and go since I've been out here. A lot of different people. A lot of different organizations. I've seen people with their whole communities just disappear. What happened? Someone said, can you look at this? This thing looks horrible. Yeah, I'm all set. I'm not looking at it anymore. I'll tell you that. MovingOn.com. Wow, that flag did break out on the NASDAQ. They are hungry, but that's going to be a bearish div. I don't know if I don't like to chase, man. I'm not chasing today, but watch it continue to pump, though. That trade is in the green right now. The entry was at 23.46. It's at 23.64. The inverse. If you're long, don't forget to pay yourself before it round trips 100%. Shout out to Sietrowski. Market only trading half day today, so I suspect nothing burger until markets close. People go on holiday, and it pumps. Yeah, the markets are closing today at 2 p.m., I believe, 1 p.m. All right, so markets close early, and then markets will be closed tomorrow. Take the day off, baby. It's Friday, July 4th weekend. He said Roanoke Island streamers never to be seen again, right? Yeah. Every day, Sammy, hardest working guy in the space. I love y'all. Wish my scalps would be playing out a little better, though. Kind of crazy. It's like they're watching me every day. Like, this is supposed to play out the 5-minute 200. I don't use the 3-minute, but the 5-minute 200. Such a strong place for a bounce. Like, that is the bounce right there. Like, I got to remember it is lower volume Thursday, but dang. It's like I know my instincts, the probability is higher that it will bounce than it won't bounce. But I'm not over trading anymore. I'm learning my lesson. Yeah. Can't be a global asset if your market takes a day off 100%. No, I'm just allergic to... Yeah, exactly. Think about it. If you close the market, I mean, because like when we went to Dubai, it's 12 hours ahead, like it's Monday before it's Tuesday. It's like Bitcoin, they're waking up and trading it on a Tuesday afternoon or a Tuesday during the day when our Monday's ending. It's just so interesting when I was in Dubai to see how price action was like I'm used to it closing on the daily close at 8 p.m. Like my night and end begins with Bitcoin, like it moves with the way I move. And then when I was in Dubai, it was like so different. I had to be up at 4 a.m. for the candle close. It was nuts. I really drained myself. I still feel like I know you guys don't believe me, and it's going to sound like I'm such a baby, but I feel like I'm recovering still from Dubai. Like, it was a lot, man. It was a lot. I don't think I've gone on lack of sleep since college. You know what I mean? Since I was a kid when I used to just like party all night and then have to go to class or something. I was like giving myself brain damage how much I wasn't sleeping. I see a bounce here, man. This tells me to take a shot again. Think about it. If I take 10 of these and I only win 3 out of 10, I still win. So I can lose 7 of these trades. I don't have to win every single one of them. They're going to bounce this puppy at one point off that 200 moving average. It looks so likely that thing's going to bounce. I'm not going to take the trade, but I'm entertain the trade. Stop loss is going to be at 109.176, right? I'm highly likely not taking this trade. But it's 1,000 for 100 for 1,000, you know? Sam went hard in Dubai. I really did, though. Can you imagine selling 2 weeks ago at the worst point? I couldn't imagine. Did so many people capitulated when I bought. Remember, I kept buying more? You know what I mean? Sam went hard in Vegas, too. Yeah. Aging is a big factor when recovering. It really is, man. I used to be able to bounce back strong. And now I'm 40. I think I'm 27 because I still have this energy, right? So I think I'm 27 years old. And then when I go out and hang out with all these kids who do all this crazy stuff and the night gets late, I'm like, I'm old. I'm a 40-year-old dude. Like I get tired, man. I need my sleep. I need my beauty sleep. Yeah. Yeah, we only have high frequency individuals that are amazing. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to everybody on the live. So let's take a look at the whole market today and see what's happening. I'm not going to get into that live trade just now, so we're going to leave it alone. The longer I look at it, the more I might get pulled in. So Gate Token Forum is another one that I keep seeing, but Dexy. And just nothing too crazy today as far as altcoins are. You know, Mudang did rip, and we gave you the Mudang trade. We talked about Mudang. Let's break that down. Mudang. Wow, 5 minute holding this 200 moving average. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a nice bump. It's just like making me want to take it. Oh, they're enticing me. I just love the bounces off the 200. I've seen many a pump come from that. I know I'm going to look away and boom, right? It's tough, man. They called me. Stay with the 8-hour 200 Bitcoin on the trade. You do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. I've been waiting for SKYAI to launch the 21 SMA on the daily for an entry. I'm running out of patience. I want in. I got a beautiful SKYAI bag. Shout out to my man Defund the Shorts for the $20 super chat. Shout out to everybody here. $153 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the blessings. Thank you so much for the constant viewership. Thank you so much for the support. And one of the toughest times where everyone was kind of giving up on the market, my lifers didn't. You guys kept it real with me. You guys kept it real with yourselves. I'm back here, man. You could call me overtraded, but I love this 200 moving average. Fine, I'll give them $300 of the 1,000 I made. They already took 250. Let's see if we can get one more. Come on, baby. Cover me. I'm going in, you know. Yeah, don't worry, Sam. I've taken the trade for you. You get what you think in this world. God bless you, man. So let's see if we can get this bounce back to the top of the channel. Catch a couple big wins here. Pay for all those losses and get us moving back again. Those little losses there. Nobody likes to lose, including me. And this is trading, live trading here on Weeks. Weeks is awesome. I love the customer service. I love the team. They do amazing things for the lifer. They're awesome. So they're good peoples, man. They actually care about people they do business with. A lot of these other exchanges just chew you up and spit you out. I'll tell you right now. So, wow, we could be getting that bounce right now. Let's take a look at SKYAI. Somebody asked about SKYAI. Can you look at SKYAI? We'll take a look at Sky. So, SKYAI, you're saying waiting to get to that daily 200. I see what you're saying. We had it here on the smaller time frame. Look busy. You know, sometimes I don't wait for the daily. Just watch the 22. That's my trick. When the daily doesn't give me exactly what I'm looking for, I use the 22 sometimes. Yeah, it still looks like it's Adam and Eving, though, doesn't it? Let's delete all my work and look at it fresh. But I still got a trade right there that I put to the group. I like it. So let's see. There's a chance that this is going to, it's going to drag up to that 200. To the 21. I mean, the 21's going to pull. As long as you don't lose that daily 2 and the 21 pulls in, I mean, it's looking you get the bounce, then you make a little tiny right shoulder there, and then you're gone to 46. Looks like only a matter of time till these altcoins are finally about to explode. Not capitulating through this entire time has been so difficult, but I've just been like, it is what it is. Like, I'm just either going to go down with the ship or have what I have. Like, they're not going to take it from me. Period. I'm not going to let them touch it. That's it. I'm either going to go down with my bags in the hardware wallets where they are. You see? Oh, man, look at them dumping it immediately again. Man, may I win this one? Come on, man. Haven't given me a scalp all morning. I mean, I made my huge trade last night, but dang. It just makes it look like I just can't stand it because it doesn't look good, but I know, you know what I mean? I don't like it. Hey, Lifer, loving the inspirational tweets to start my day. Can you look at the Woo Network? Have a great holiday, boss. You too. You too. And I will be probably less, tomorrow I'm going to post, but not as much. I'll be with the family. I got to spend my time with my kids. I can't be sitting there on the phone the whole time. Oh, Daddy, I got to have a day where I'm just really with them. I mean, I do a lot. Yesterday, I did spend some good time with my daughter alone. We had some really good daddy-daughter time, man. I remember what a blessing. She's such a special girl, you know. And you got to spend time with your kids individually. Even though you have a family, every once in a while, you got to call one of the kids out. I'm taking her to, you know, as the dad, you come in, you say, I'm taking the 12-year-old to the movies. Just me and her, you know. And, like, the other kids cry. Oh, I want to go, you know. But you got to say, just, you know, you got to make your kids feel special, man. They're looking up to you guys. You know, the dads out there, the moms out there, but specifically the dads, man. Your daughters are looking up to you. They're looking for your attention every second. When you just smile their way, when you just give them a little tap, man, their whole world lights up. As a dad, you have the power to create someone's whole world. Think about it. You have the power to destroy or the power to build. God gives you so much as a father. I can come in and be in a bad mood, ruin my whole family's day. I can come and be in a great mood and make them all feel amazing and uplifted. The father controls the narrative. Don't you understand? 100%. And it's something I don't talk about a lot, but the father controls the narrative. You got to stay on point for your kids. Doesn't mean I'm always perfect. I'm saying I do some of the things that we shouldn't do. I make mistakes. But for the most part, I keep a positive attitude, a positive outlook, and I push everyone in my family to be their best. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Grace Protocol. God bless you. We love you. Spending time with the kids is the most important thing. Shout out to James Simpson. It'll come and it'll go by, and the one thing you will regret the most is that you didn't spend time with those kids. 100%. So we talked about SKYAI. Remember when it was like, isn't it Sky? Is it? Oh, no, it's SKYAI. I was looking at Sky, which was on MakerDAO. I don't like how the 21's curving, but I like the flag, you know? Looks like a low volume coin, though, that's, you know, could be a bit sketch. I like it. It's okay. As long as it stays above the 5-minute 200, it looks like it can do damage. I wouldn't watch this show if Lifer wasn't a family man. You have 3 daughters, right? Love the outlook, bro. 100%, man. Shout out to Chris Citrella. Right on, brother. He's talking that real stuff. Take notes, boys. Amen. And it's funny, once I mentioned that, the stream went from 1511 when I mentioned the family to 1366. Like, when I mentioned the family, having a strong family, and how much the dad has control over the house. Like, and everyone, yeah, that's weird, right? 150 people thought that was strange. I don't even know. I can't look at these numbers anymore, everybody. I just got to stay blessed and know that we're on the right path every single day. Love to you, Lifer. Great to be able to be a part of another one of your lives. Thank you. We finally got a bounce here. They bounced it right off the 200. Look at that. We finally may be winning this trade. Man, remember, we risk 100 for 1,000. It would be awesome if we make another G. We go to 111.3. We add to the wins. That takes guts right there to make a long trade in front of everybody right there on that 200, on that 5-minute after 2 losses to go in again. Come on now. And the 5 does look beautiful. I'm looking for this 5 to bounce. How many calls have I made on this channel? Insanity. People still doubt the Lifer. I could hit 60 out of 70 calls and people still doubt it. I don't know. Exactly. He said they left to go start a family. He's so funny. You know something? No, it's YouTube messing with the algorithm, right? Look, it's YouTube. Look, now it's back to 43. Whenever this number swings by a few hundred every second, it's YouTube doing. It's like they're not reading the algorithm right. Like they're deciding to choose where whoever's watching. Like, oh, 300, no, 500, 600, blah, blah, blah. I've streamed so much, I can see all the glitches YouTube has because I stream more than anyone else. So I can see, like, whenever they're off, like, something's weird. I have 3 daughters as well. Congrats. Many blessings. Shout out to Jonathan Patry. You too, man. God bless you, brother, and your family. You know, I always get sentimental in these American holidays where we all come together and where families realize what family is. You know, I lost my mom and dad the last 2 years. They'd be here on July 4th. They'd be coming over to my new house. I never got to show my mom and dad my new home. Like, I mean, they see it spiritually, right? They're connected, but they never got to walk through the doors. When the ads come on and people have to watch the ads, your numbers will drop for a minute. Amen. Yeah. People are just offended by the way you say that mothers are nothing and fathers are everything. I didn't say that. I never said that. Are you kidding me? No. But if you research, I'm just doing the research for you. If a father prays in the house, the kids are 60% more likely to pray. If the mother prays, it's cool. The father has a psychological influence on the home. I'm just taking, and I can prove it to you. When I go into my house, say there's a living room downstairs, a living room upstairs. If I go down to the downstairs living room and hang out down there, Within 10 minutes, my wife will come down, my kids will go down, they'll all be all over me. And everyone will be downstairs. If I go into the bedroom and decide to take a nap, next thing you know, my daughter will come in, my wife, and they'll all be on me in the bedroom. My kids, my family will follow me no matter what room I'm at because the father is the nucleus of the family. The mother is the core. The mother is amazing. Behind every great man is an even better woman. Don't get me wrong. I'm just going over the dynamics. I'm not downplaying the woman's role. Women are amazing. Are you kidding me? I had a twin sister, an older sister. I have 3 daughters. I've been surrounded by women my whole life. And I've seen their beauty, their intelligence, and their value. And they have things that men will never have. 100%. I wouldn't call us equal because we each have different things in different times. For instance, if we're all in a cabin and a bear's outside, who's going outside? If there's a bear coming at the family, who has to go? The man's going out there, man. The woman ain't going out there. Let's be honest. The man's going outside to fight that bear off or to do what he can to keep the rest of the family safe. 100%, right? It's already known that the man's going out there, so that's how you know that something's different between men and women. Because the man's going out there, the women ain't going out there. I see a W-Dub, Twitter is foaming at the mouth, too long today. I see a lot of people who are going to 150K tomorrow post. Yeah, it's all right. I don't get too into that. I just trade the 200 moving average, and it is what it is. We go from there, you know. And BOOKMAP, whatever BOOKMAP kind of tells us. You don't want to get too much into that crypto Twitter sauce, man. I mean, BOOKMAP's building liquidity right there. You see it. Look, they got 112 now, 200. The shorts are likely to get squeezed. We got liquidity on either side now, but still a massive red bar, about 111.9, 112,000, suggesting we can get a move to the upside. Facts, speak that truth, brother. Yeah. Sam is correct. My family has generations of bad fathers. My daughters would be better off if I had been a better father. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you could pick up the phone and start making it right today. I'm going out with my 300 blackout AR. Ooh, don't say stuff like that, man. Yeah, you got to be careful, J-Soul. Just, you know, I get it, but let's just, with just all the stuff going on, we want to make sure we, I love you, though. I see what you're saying. Metaphorically speaking, right? Yeah. Women want equal rights till a bear or bug shows up. You're funny, man. Till a bug shows up. I'm sending her out with a basket of donuts. Go take the bear. Hey, what are you doing? My cutie. Hi. What are you up to? Huh?
I'm watching the baby, but I was watching TV.
I don't want you watching TV. Go do your maze right there. What baby? That's okay. You want me to close the door? Close that door, honey. You can close it. Why do you have to? Because I'm live streaming. I can't close the door. Is it why do I have to close the door? My 4-year-old. Why do I have to? Who says that? Why do I have to? Watch your fingers. But Dad, the door's open. She's so cute. Little 4.5-year-old. Now you can do it. Now you can go. Do your puzzle. Do your puzzle, all right? Look, she don't like TV. She wants to come and use the puzzle. My kids are smart. TV dulls them down. They don't want to be dulled down. They want to be razor sharp. They already know. They already know what's up. So we looked at Sky. Hey, Lifer, the inspirational tweets to start my day. Yeah, thank you. And wow, so we've gone through almost all the super chats. Law of Attraction, yeah. 8 hour on Bitcoin, yeah. XLR. Shout out to Arthur. Shout out to Still Nasty. We looked at Riot, Bitcoin Dominance. Shout out to Scottish Crypto. Can we please review Simran Marchandi, man? I asked about you yesterday. I was like, where is my man? Simran Marchandi. I saw you every day, and then after Vegas, I hadn't seen you in the stream. I was like, where did he go, bro? And I thought about you last night. I was like, where's my man Simran Marchandi, man? Can't forget you, brother. Thank you for being here. Someone says, Bitcoin trade gonna move. So far so good. It's up $56. I'm the king of 3%. Looks like we're going to get this bounce back to the upside. And all I need is to just clear it off, get a nice win here. 1 out of 3 after the big win last night, too. Saban was saying, we go out and save our family from the bear. Oh, yeah, the bear. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, my bad. I thought you were talking about the Bears, yeah. Pink suit is popping, Sammy. Thank you, Frankie Legend. God bless you. Appreciate you. And I got cocky pants on to match the pink suit. I'm not all in pink, just to make it clear, right? You know what I mean? And I got the Monet tie on. This is Water Lilies by Monet. Who makes this tie? Raw Paul Macon? I don't even know. A lot of the ties are my dad's ties that he left me. One day he was getting old and he said, here, take all my ties. He thought I was wearing ties every day. He's like, I got some ties. And he kept like 3. He's like, I only need a few. And I cried my eyes out that night because I knew my dad had, like, when a man gives up his ties, like, he wasn't going to any events ever again. He was going to sit home in his sweatpants. He was going to go to the bar once a week. His bar thing was a big deal. He'd go out to the bar once a week and he'd get all dressed up because he used to love going out. My dad, he used to love events. He used to love people. And so his once a week bar thing was such a big deal. They'd go from like 2 to 6, 2 to 7. You know what I mean? And they'd watch some games and they'd do those. He loved doing the football squares at a bar was his last kind of fun thing. But he swore everything was against him. He even thought they were fixing the numbers against him at the bar, man. The whole concept of capability-based equity is nonsense anyway, 100%. Would men like to do roles to be reversed? Women attack the bears, they stay inside. Seems like men want the roles reversed. You're funny, man. No grace. We want to keep our ladies safe. We fine with our responsibilities. Yeah, we love getting chewed up by a bear for our ladies. That's what we want. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to do. That gives us honor. I want to die in a blaze of glory getting chewed up by a bear. Your dad sounds like he was a class act from what you've said in the past, Sammy. May God bless him. My dad was an amazing man. He cared about his family, his kids. He did the right thing most of the time. He wasn't perfect, but hey, who is, man? He gave people the benefit of the doubt. You know, he cared about others, and he tipped very, very well when he saw someone working hard, man. And those are the things that I can remember about him the most. He always made people laugh, and he always went out of his way to make someone feel comfortable. Like at the bar, he would find the bar guy that was like putting the ice in the beer and working really hard, and he'd always say something nice to him, and then he'd slide him like a 20 when he was outside near the trash. Like maybe the guy was outside doing the trash and no one would see, and he's like, here, they're gonna take your tips, take this tip, you know. Like, he always paid attention, man. He knew who needed help. You know, he was born with cross-eyed, and his dad kind of looked at him funny, and his friends looked at him funny. He needed to fight really hard at a very young age, because back then in the 40s, being cross-eyed was basically like being somewhat retarded. Like, people treated him like he was retarded. You see what I'm saying? He was just cross-eyed, but he looked like this. Like, his dad saw his beautiful son, and his eyes all messed up. And it was like, you know what I mean? People didn't know how to deal with stuff like that back then. It wasn't the same. And so my dad had these big, thick glasses at a very young age. And he had a battle. Life was a battle for him from day one. You know, I wasn't born like that. I was born with perfect eyes. Like, no one made fun of me at 6 years old. By the time he was 4 or 5, he was already getting in fist fights because people were making fun of his eyes. You know? I love you, Dad. I miss you so much. And I know you're always there with me. God bless everybody. Yeah, your father and mother gave us the lifers, the greatest gift. Yeah, God bless my parents. I'm sorry. I got to hold it together. But, you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but my mom and dad had moved to this island that I'm living on right now. When I moved away to Florida, it was a little easier, you know. But now I drive by the hospital. My mom died maybe a couple times a week. And, you know, I go back to their home and I see, and my mom still had all my dad's things. 2 years from his death, she hadn't given away any. She hadn't taken any of the stuff out of it. She wasn't ready to dismantle his, you know, dude, another hit. Like, I can't take it anymore, man. This is crazy. I'm not trading chop no more. You know what I'm saying? My signals aren't playing out on the small time frames on the mornings. They're playing out in the big time frames for good. But we can't hold these 200 moving averages, right? Do you like ETH on the 1 hour, Sam? I don't like anything right now, honestly. Like, I want to let the market just kind of settle for the next few hours. I'll have to be honest, everybody. I wish the live stream was throughout the night recently because I've been up till 2 in the morning trading, waking up and selling, and then the live stream comes up and kind of it's already like we've done what we could do. You know, like it's over. Like we don't have as much action anymore. So, do you like ETH on the 1 hour, Sam? Pretty weird price action that ETH is doing right now, to be honest. You know, I'm looking at it on the 1 hour, but it's got bearish divergence, you know. For me, it would have to we got to watch price action for that. It needs some time. I think price action needs some time. Looks sketchy to me right now. Yeah. I don't like anything right now. Same, right? I know how you feel. My father died 8 years ago. My mother and my brother died within 2 months of each other a couple months ago. Whole family is gone. Shout out to Jeremy Carroll. That's crazy, right? And you're all alone, like just... Yeah, we swept 110K. Time to go after the longs for a bit. Yeah, it makes sense. But man, bouncing off that 200 3 times, chewing me up. And now they're going to toy with it again. Watch. The sad thing is, price is going to bounce. It's just like the likelihood it's going to bounce. We're going to rip this puppy to the upside. And I'm going to be like, I knew where they were going. I just couldn't get the rod. They would not allow me to get in, you know. Using my tips, tricks, and strategies. We didn't get above the 1 minute 200 moving average, though, and I'm playing games with. So I should just stick to my 1 minute. It's so strong. It's that accurate. Anything else is just nil. This soul trade's been open for days. Days. You're almost done, huh? You're going quick. Smart, little smarty pants. Huh? Huh? Who's my smart girl, huh? I love you. You smart like your daddy? Yeah. Who's the king of the house? Who's the king of the house? Who's the king of the house? Your mom? No, you always say I'm the king. Now when everyone's listening, it's the mom? Who's the king of the house? Mom? You said I was the king last week, though. Mom? But then you changed it on me? Oh, wow. So you change it up. You like to flip-flop, huh? Yeah. Dude, they stop hunting me again, and then they're going to rip this thing. I can't. They're getting to me right now. This is what they call revenge trading. We're just like, but just like, I know what they're going to do. It's so weird. Like, I know these signals. These signals play out very well. Dude, they stop hunting the 200 moving average now? Like, this is crazy. That surely has to be it right there. Oh, my gosh. Trade the 50-minute chart. Better setup. I agree, but I like being near that 200 moving average. You see? I like using that as my staying point, right? You're leading the witness. If the lady disrespectful, save the kids for the bear. You guys are funny, man. I'm still looking like we're going to get a bounce back to the upside, but I got chewed. Look at them bouncing that thing again, man. I just like... You're watching me go through my frustrations as a trader. I'm going to leave it alone. It's low volume Thursday. I'm going to tell myself not to chase. There's another day to trade, right? Lifer said I am the captain of this ship. I am. I'm the captain of this ship. You know that, right? I'm the king here. Just so you know. Yes. 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 I'm the king of this house. Yes. No, me. 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 I'm the king of the house. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm the king. Yes, don't tell me. I'm the crypto lifer. I'm known all around the world. People know me everywhere. Yes, I am the king. Yeah, go, go, go. I hear her. Go. You love your mommy, huh? So now they're going to attempt to bounce it with some bullish divvy here back to the upside. Come on, man. They chewed me up every single time I took this trade. Isn't that funny? Mommy is the queen. I'm the king here, funny. Time to take that kiddo out of the will. You guys are funny. Yo, she's freaking clowning me, bro. Like, I went 2 times to the 200, got knocked. Me too, man. Why are they doing this to me? I gotta let it go. I'm obsessed today a little bit. I gotta let it go. But that 5-minute 200, it's like it's so likely you're gonna break a falling wedge back to the upside on the higher low. Like, I can tell what's gonna happen. Just let me in, baby. Let me in. Every time it looks good, they play with it. Every time it looks bad, it pumps. I'm going to toy with it one more time. I don't think I'm going to take the trade, but I'm going to toy with it one more time. 111,300, right? On the trade here. Stop loss is going to be at 109,054. Below that wick, if I could even. All in. How is that all in? Look at that. We make 3 racks when we get the pump, right? Again, it's $159 for $1,000. It's such a beautiful risk reward. But like, man, that's another thing. You only have to win 1 out of 10 of these. I've gone over that many times. Most people will not do this 9 times straight, though. You know, Wall Street guys on your stream right now just dumping Bitcoin every time you enter a trade. I don't know what's happening, honestly. Something's going on. Lower your risk and take the dang trade. I know, right? She has the confidence to say no and DeFi authority. That's the sign she has a great dad. Right? She's like, nope. I'ma do me. Oh, man. So, SP pumping hard right now. That thing is ripping. Yeah. SPX 500. A bit big of a position, eh? Hey. I'm going to let it sit there and just do its thing. But, man, they got me. They're playing with me today for sure. Let's take a look at the S&P futures, ES1. And that ripping to an all-time high. We talked about that about to rip. We went over this on the macro analysis video. I said, look for this to rip. I said, I see 644. I've been talking about this rip for days now. I've been saying they're going to print this money to zero, and they're going to have to print, and the S&P is going to rip. I called out the S&P. I told you right where to get in. We went over this as well. S&P ripping to my target at 644. It's actually about to get there faster than I thought it would. Right on time, really, actually. Somewhere at about July 8th. The S&P absolutely, we called this bottom, if you remember, shoulder, head, right shoulder. When everyone said we were going lower, I kept saying we're going to bounce. Nobody believed me. Always make trades at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Amen. Very bearish 4-hour close incoming from the Blockchain Crusader. Blockchain Crusader. Shout out to my man. God bless you, brother. Been a long time. Hope everything's going your way, man. God bless you for being here. Nice to see you. Everyone subscribe to the Blockchain Crusader. My man Crusader. He has really good knowledge, good insight, and he's a smart dude, man. And I always see him when I'm around town and out and about the countries. He ends up at different events and places. Shout out to my man. God bless you. Hope everything's going your way. Wow, look at the S&P bouncing there, too, on the 4-hour, the 1-hour, 5-minute, like you name it, like just, wow. And I just can't chase all-time highs right now. I'd have to look for some type of pattern. I can't just chase an all-time high. Thank God I didn't get in again. Looks like they're playing with the price action. So I don't know what Bitcoin's doing. They're jumping around. I was looking for this falling wedge to bounce for the last 30 minutes. It didn't get it. They toyed with price action. So, hey, we'll see what happens. Everybody, today's a beautiful day. All right. You people are amazing. We had a great live stream. Could have been worse, could have been better. We made gains as we came into the live in the trading group. So the money was made again in the group. Can't seem to pull off the win live today. They're playing with me. Shout out to everybody here. Please subscribe to the channel. 198,000, 186,000 subscribers. On our way to 100,000 subs. Thought we'd get there by July 4th by my calculations, but the market slowed down. We had a lot of people capitulate. It got crazy for a while. We had people leaving crypto YouTube in troves. And so that created an effect, right? And we didn't get the subscriptions. We didn't get the views. It wasn't the same. So the algorithm back to the run, and now it looks like maybe it's going to get pushed till, I don't know when. Honestly, I'm just going to grind until I get there. I don't know when I'm going to get there. I don't know. I'm just going to keep pushing every single day until I finally win that plaque. They're going to make it so hard. They made it so hard. Like I was so close. Looked like I was going to rip to 2,000. I was getting like 1,000 subscribers a week. It looked like I was just going to take a couple more weeks. Bang. And then we had a slow pullback in the market. They're toying with this 5-minute 200 moving average. My trader instinct tells me we're going to pump somewhere back up here to 110.5 and then consolidate. Like we're going to consolidate inside this bigger flag. You see? So I say that we're going to pump. They're just, they got to just actually let it happen. 1 minute gets back above the 200, then we have ourselves a bit of a move here too as well. So look out for that. Shout out to the super chat. Thank you. Shout out to Crypto Joey in the house. Shout out to B. Tyler. Shout out to, do you like ETH on the 1 hour? It's all right. No, I don't actually. Honker kills salt trolls, man. I love you. Crypto Rick, Cryptic Rick, defund the shorts, Minsky, Crypto Knight, L Trades, Still Nasty, Arthur, Scottish Crypto, Simran Merchandi, B Tyler, Crypto Joey, and everybody out here that gave on the channel. We greatly appreciate it. We thank you. L Trades, Crypto Knight. Just want to make sure we got everybody there. It's acting a little slow. But God bless everybody that came on to the stream today. We appreciate you. All right. Coins to be paying attention to. Before I run on out of here, some newer coins on the radar, right, that we've been looking at that nobody really talks about. Node Ops, tiny market cap. Hashflow, tiny market cap. All right. Zama, Node Go. These are new coins. Kalchi, never heard about. Newton, pretty small market cap too, but it's an older new coin. Open Router. These are new coins. These are the most visited coins in the last 7 days. People are looking. Sahara AI continues to kind of be on the radar too. Okay? And Bitcoin. And then the most searched coins in the last 7 days. SEI, Pudgy Penguins, Hashflow, Fragmetric. Never heard about it. $4 million market cap. Maybe it goes to, Syrup with the Maple Finance. Look, Tesla tokenized, T-Slacks. It's funny. But there you go, Engine. And there's just a lot of action out here. And there's coins you want to be researching, writing down. You should have 10 of these right now. You should have them in a watch list. You should be going over the new ones, the old ones. You should be organizing them all together. This isn't a game here. Whenever you have a moment of downtime, there's organization to be had. There's coins you should be looking for. That's how you make the gains. The gains come after you're sitting, constantly researching, finding out, organizing, classifying. That's how you make the gains. Everyone thinks the gains come. No. They come from doing heavy research. Like whenever you get that 10x out of nowhere, whatever, because you were doing heavy research while everyone else was playing games. Remember that. Everyone got on their head, said this is the end of the rally. I bought more Hyper Liquid. Let's take a look at Hype and see what's happening to Hyper Liquid. This is one of my favorite setups in the game right now. So I'm just watching this consolidation for Hyper Liquid on the bigger time frame, the daily. And this says it's got a use case. It just took some of the biggest volume from Binance. It's actually gaining volume every single couple of days. Like it could become one of the biggest dexes. It could become bigger than some of the sexes, CEX, right? So I'm watching Hyperliquid for a massive move here, and I've doubled down at 40. We got it at 36. We doubled down at 40. We continue to hold this trade since kind of somewhere around here. Hyperliquid. I've been in the trade since I think June 25th or even earlier than that, the 23rd, something like that. Wow. Look at that flag breaking out on the NASDAQ. It did damage. And I did put it out there. I didn't get in myself. 23. Looks like it could go all the way to 23,200. Now what though? All-time highs? Always gets me a little sketched out, right? It's like there's got to be a pullback at one point. Bitcoin still toying with this falling wedge and the 200 moving average on the 5-minute. I don't know what to tell you. Let it see get back above that and get a pump. But we've been in chop for about 50 minutes straight now. Just kind of attempting to find its way. Shout out to anyone that took gains on the call from last night and is up nicely. So awesome. Really, really nice. All right. So that kind of concludes it. I wouldn't overtrade on a weekend. Basically, this is like Thursday. It's like going into the weekend. Tomorrow, remember, we have the banks are closed tomorrow. Bank holiday. Remember that in the U.S. So you're not going to have any movement in the regular markets. I'm so grateful for your kindness and the love you give. I pray for your kids, your family, and your health every day. And a Guinness tomorrow for Papa Price. You're funny. God bless you. It's funny. In my dream, I was drinking in my dream last night. I just realized that. Like my buddy had a couple beers, and I took one, then I had another one. I was like, I just have a couple. And my mom was like, man, why? What about you haven't drinking so long? What are you doing? I just had a realization. I thought I had something to drink last night in my dream, man. Crazy. Protect Sam at all costs. Yeah. Does the dollar still have a parachute pulled? Okay, yeah. Remember all those people that were super short? Remember that person, Renee? We're going down. Where's Renee now? Remember that super short person that showed up to the channel every day? Where's Renee? Where are you at, Renee? Liquidated shorts, man. I love these people. They come so confident. They run their mouth, right? But I show up every single day. Pretty interesting. And no matter what, right? no matter what. People want it, but they don't want to put in the work constantly, every single day. It never stops. You know, you have a YouTube channel that, you know, you want to be able to make sure you're changing the world with what you're doing, right? I see a lot of people with YouTube channels, but they're like, I don't know. It's like, is it a game to them? They don't take it real life, you know? They play around. Sammy got, yeah, exactly. Probably felt good. You're funny. Have a great day, bro. See you tomorrow. God bless you and the family. We might see some upside once the House passes the new spending bill. That's also true. We have people kind of waiting in limbo there for the House to pass that bill. 100%. You're spot on with that idea there. Kind of a shoulder, head, right shoulder there, though, right? Not looking amazing. So, don't overtrade. I sold most of my trades. We'll see what happens. We might see some upside on the House passes the new spending. Yep. I just read it, and then I see it's the same one. You know, think it's going to be a new chat, but it's the same chat. $174 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely insane. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you to give, and comes back to you tenfold. I'll keep showing up every single day. Sorry that my 2 or 3 days of my scalps didn't play out. I'm pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm grateful, but awesome live today as always, Sam. Thank you. Boss is off today at work. Got to see the whole stream. Good for you, Frank. Good for you, man. Big, beautiful bill, right? Yeah, so crazy, right? I'm hanging in the 6X short for a minute. Thanks, Sam. God bless you. Don't want to drink, Sammy. Trust me. I grew up with an alcoholic father. It's not fair to your kids, brother. Amen. No, I definitely grew up around a lot of alcohol. 100% being Irish in Boston. So I hear you. Yeah. All right, let's go over Bitcoin one last time before I jump on out of here. Let me do my top-down analysis for Bitcoin and kind of show you what I see happening. So right off the bat, I saw this as the flag, honestly. And I see it as a breakout. We could say fine, it's at the top of the channel. Did we dump back down here to 106.2 one more time before we break out? That's a possibility. We're just in a beautiful range. We head lower. I look at it as like it was a breakout, like we broke out. We're outside the channel there. And I'd like to see us continue to pump. Then I look at the 4 hour, and you can see how the 4 hours using this as support and resistance. So I'd like to see the 4 hour flag out above 108.6. Once that happens, then we can get our move. Everything else is pretty much chopped today. So this is what we're looking for. Bearish scenario, you lose 108.6. You fall inside the bottom of the pattern, you drop down here to 105. So if you ever see, so draw this out, have this out, just like I have it. And if you lose this top trend line, you're likely coming back down here to 105,000. You stay up here and consolidate, we take a trade in about, 16 hours, something like that. And we go to the upside. So that's what I see happening for Bitcoin. And then we watch that 5 minute to see if the 5 minute can hold that 200 or get back above it. But looks like it's just going to slump and chop around. And that's your update. That makes sense to me. I like what I'm seeing here for BTC. Everyone, it's vacation weekend. I'll give you 5 minutes off. All right, 11:55. You get out early today, kids from class. I love each and every one of you. I thank you so much for being awesome every single day and showing up with the lifer. Again, I wish I could be 100%. I am not. But hey, we made massive gains in the group the last few days off the things I put out, especially at night. So if you're in the trading group, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being with the lifer, and have an amazing July 4th to all my Americans and everyone that celebrates around the world. God bless you all. Thank you so much for an amazing live stream. Thank you for being with the lifer almost every single day that you are. And remember, the secret to success is getting started. You're not going to be started to be great, but you're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great, right? God bless you all. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I will live stream tomorrow. God bless you all. Nice getting to see you again this year at SC Studios. David Brumley, I learned something new about security that I didn't know existed. I appreciate you sharing your technical knowledge. I know they did as well. Hey, God bless you, brother. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I was talking about the hardware wallets there. Shout out to David Brumley. Brumbelow. I love you, David. Thank you for being here, man. And God bless you and your family. Everybody, I love